Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop my next one. Love Nation, we finally have a conclusion to the Jonathan Majors case. He will get no jail time in this case where he was accused of putting his hand on his ex-girlfriend Jabari. I'm going to get into that in just 1 second. They just left court and we finally have a conclusion to this case for the assault and harassment trial. He has officially avoided jail time. Now, Jonathan Majors did show up to court with his attorney as well as his current girlfriend, Megan Good, by his side as he arrived. He answered no questions. This is courtesy of TMZ. The judge sentenced him to a 1 year intervention program that will be completed in Los Angeles, California. The details of the sentencing for the intervention states that as part of the program, he will have to do 12 months of counseling, one session per week over the course of the year, which will be 52 weeks. The DA's office did say that if Jonathan Majors does not comply with the conditions set there, he will face jail time. And again, this is the conclusion of the case. Jonathan was facing up to 1 year in jail after being accused of roughing up his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, and being convicted on 2 out of the 4 counts, which is basically the assault and the harassment. He was acquitted on 2 other counts in the case, again, of the same charges. Jonathan Major was found guilty after a 2 week trial in New York City. This after a number of witnesses testified as to what happened in March of 2023 when he alleged to have pawpawed Grace Jabari during a rideshare ride on their way home. You guys remember all of the surveillance footage. I'm not going to include that in here. And the jurors was able to see what happened outside the car after this incident escalated, where Jonathan Majors was seen on camera trying to get away from Grace Jabari and at one point put her back in the car before she chased him down the street. She eventually ran into a group of people that went out with her afterwards. That was on film, something that Jonathan Majors' team did argue that proved that she could have not been possibly harmed, not harmed at all. The next morning, Grace turned up at their shared home and she appeared to have injuries on herself, which she ultimately attributed to Jonathan Majors' doing. While Majors insisted he did not lay a finger on her that evening, the jury convicted him anyway. Jonathan Majors tried to have the conviction tossed. The judge ruled that the charges would stand. You guys know, after all of this happened, Jonathan Majors has literally been kind of blackballed in Hollywood, including his most lucrative movie deal playing Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel series. Jonathan has maintained his innocence and has continued to do so since before and after the verdict. Though he expressed regret over how he handled the situation with his ex-girlfriend, Jonathan has continued to stay positive, relying on his faith and prayers to get him through this dark time in his life. And he has been seen out in public in recent weeks at various events. So, what can we take out of this with Jonathan Majors? Me personally, due to the allegations, due to him being convicted on what he was convicted about, as well as previous information coming out where people were very concerned about his per se aggressive alleged behaviors before. And with this conviction, I really do think he's done. I think he's done for a good while in Hollywood. Honestly, I think his ship has sailed. I mean, unless he start turning up doing independent, small projects, honestly, I think he's done. Unlike other trials or even hearing about people quietly being in situations that, that they don't seem to have consequences for, this conviction has literally taken him out of the runnings to basically be an A-lister in Hollywood. Honestly, at this point, and this is just like my opinion on this. I really don't think he's gonna come back from this. He literally had a lot of major movie deals and a lot of major projects lined up, and he was definitely being, put there to be a star, and it's blown. It's completely blown. And Love Nation, if you guys feel differently, leave your comments respectfully below. But honestly, I think that Jonathan Majors is actually done in Hollywood. I really do hope that he takes this as a learning lesson. Um, you know, you're on top 1 minute, you're down the next. Really, nobody besides Megan Good has even seemed to even step up with him, which, is basically, again, just like other situations going on. People do not want to risk their own reputation and brand to, put themselves out there to support you publicly. And then they might not want to support you privately, in case Mad Day happen and you start putting that information out there, and then they start losing their brand deals for supporting you. So, like I said, all around this Jonathan Majors mess is a complete mess. I wish him well. I wish Megan Good well. I hope that people coming up and acting or, even other job aspects can understand like that one mistake will literally, take the lid off of everything you've been working for, honestly. So that's the conclusion of the Jonathan Majors case. I definitely want to know what you guys think. He is still being sued civilly by his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, and then, that really hasn't started yet, but I believe the papers were filed, but the criminal case has wrapped up. Do you guys think the punishment fit the crime in this case? Like, share below. Till next time, be safe and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.